5 months ago, I started this content creation journey, and I really didn't know where I was going to go with this. I did not know what I was doing. I didn't even know who I wanted to touch. I did not even know who I wanted to communicate with. And I was sitting in my room after just graduating college thinking that life was just going to go downhill from here if I couldn't put my passions in motion somehow. So I thought to myself, what can I really do to start getting this ball rolling? What can I do to get my art and get my poetry out there to people so that it can start helping people? My big thing was I really thought I needed better gear in order to even start this whole YouTube / content creation stuff. But I found out later that that wasn't the case. I had this Canon EOS Rebel T5, and though it's just a consumer camera, I could start, I could actually pick up something and start making videos for people. I went to school for multimedia communications, and I had this camera during that time. And I was realizing that excuses are what's holding me back. Nothing else but me. So this video is going to be about my content creation journey up until this point. I think I'm about 20 videos into my YouTube channel, and I've learned a hell of a lot of things. So, roll intro. So when I finally decided to do something about all of this, I got up and I made a video called Stasis. It was based on a poem that I had just written, and I love that poem to this day. And I went outside in my front yard and I shot this very static video. There was really not that much B-roll, and it was just me saying the poem, but I realized the quality wasn't that great later on. But man, when I was doing it, I felt awesome. I felt like I was doing something that was gonna start giving my life some meaning after college. I was still looking for work and all that stuff, and I finally did find a job, but I wasn't gonna be able to start that job for a very long time. To give you a reference, I still haven't started that job yet, and I should be soon. But my thing is, in the meantime, I just knew that I needed to start doing something else. And that video was the launching point. I realized I was having fun doing that stuff. In the beginning, I was trying to look at how YouTubers do the things they do, and I just thought getting away with one video a month was gonna do it. Nah. But I quickly learned that that wasn't the ideal way to go, and I quickly turned things around after that point. The next bigger video I did for spoken word was this video called Player. I went on top of this parking garage by my house, by one of the malls by my house, and man, I had heaps of fun up there, man. The views were great, the shots and everything at the time. I thought the shots were just awesome. The whole landscaping of the whole area around me, it was just so awesome looking, and I felt so great afterwards because I put so much more creativity into it than I did into Stasis. I played with angles, I played with ways to frame myself, I played with the frame rate. I just really enjoyed myself. Looking back at Player now, I'm just like, boy, you really wasn't doing too much. But at the same time, it was a valuable learning experience. And what I mean by that, Player was the video that taught me that screw what the other people think. I create the things that I love because I want them to exist. Take a second and think about that. That advice was given to me by Roberto Blake. If you don't know who Roberto Blake is, I will put his channel at the end of the video. And man, listen, this guy, he does a whole bunch of different types of things, but he also does small tips and tricks for YouTubers that are just starting out. And he has a whole series on that. And when I was just starting out, I just binged through all his videos trying to learn what I need to do. And he kept it real and he kept it honest, that not everybody is going to achieve that success, but these are the things you can do to put yourself in the best position to get there. But back to what he said, he had recently commented on one of my comments on one of my other favorite YouTubers videos. Her name is Audrey Ember, and if you don't know who she is, I will also link her channel at the end. But I commented on one of her videos, and he commented on my post and said, hey, you should make stuff that you think deserves to exist. People are doing this YouTube stuff, this content creation stuff, to please other people all the time. You're gonna lose your way. You're gonna lose your passion for it, you're not going to feel fulfilled in what you're doing, especially in the area that I do. I'm a spoken word artist. Like, I create, of course, for other people to benefit from my words, but I also create for myself because, like, I need these words just as much as other people. It's like self-therapy. It's like a way to self-medicate myself when I'm feeling low, when I'm feeling down. Writing has always been that escape, that outlet for me. And I can't lose that just because I'm starting to create videos for that. Just because people want to see a certain thing from me doesn't mean I have to give that to them. I mean, it would be nice. But at the end of the day, you create the content that you think deserves to exist. That's such great advice from Roberto Blake. And I thank him for saying that to me in the time that he did, because it really opened my eyes to going really, really hard on my content going forward. So that's a good segue into the next part. So I started doing videos kind of like this, where I was presenting to camera. And those videos were more of help videos towards artists. Like, I did a video called 4 Ways to Deal with Depression as an Artist, because that is something that's super relevant to me. That's something that I see in so many artists that I know. They start experiencing depressive feelings because of the fact that they don't feel like they're good enough. They don't feel like their art is really touching anybody. They don't feel like their art is going out and doing the things that they want it to do. So I made a video for that. I also did a video on how to become more successful as an artist, because outside of this whole YouTube and content creation sphere, I was a pretty successful artist on my own in the Maryland/DC/Delaware area. So I wanted to bring that aspect to YouTube, and I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that type of stuff. And I was like, hey, I should share my knowledge. It may not be the biggest video, but it's gonna help somebody out there if they watch it. And that's how I feel. Those 2 videos may not have been like the best shot videos. I could have did a lot more as far as the camera settings. I was using my iPhone, but I'm starting to realize now that if your content, like what's in the video, is really good, people aren't gonna give too much of a crap about your quality, although quality is a huge thing when it comes to videos. But you can kind of see that when you look at stuff that goes viral, but that's a whole nother conversation. I think my biggest breakthrough came when I shot my very first music video called Feel. So Feel is a song by Kendrick Lamar, and I really love that song off of his album Damn, and I went to go and remix it for myself. I actually got a friend to help me this time, so there was camera movement, there was B-roll, slow motion, and all that good stuff, and I had so much fun editing that. And the words that I said in that whole remix, I feel like were really relevant to people. And I really realized at that point that quality of the videos kind of does matter when you're shooting like videos that are meant to entertain, because people are trying to take in the images, the sounds, everything at the same time. And I feel like that is super important when it comes to performance/entertainment type videos. Mind you, I still shoot 99% of my content with my iPhone X. And on top of that, I sometimes throw in some shots that are shot on this camera here. My whole content creation journey has been a big learning experience, because I'm just taking in so much from content creators that are already established. Like for filmmaking/music videos, I watch D for Darius and YC Imaging. Like those 2 guys were really instrumental in transitions, how to set up shoots, how to really be conscious of the things that have to go down before you press record on the camera. And being in school for multimedia communications, we didn't really spend too much time in one particular area, and getting this knowledge from people who are established in the area is such an important thing. In your niche, whatever it is, look for people who are established to teach you the things that you need to know, because they've got success in the area. And I feel like people don't really take that and run with it because they're so caught up on their own pride and doing stuff themselves. Like, people are out there to help. That's all I'm saying. So then I thought about creating an actual series called Surgical Sunday on my channel, where every Sunday I drop a short freestyle about any topic, about anything that comes to my mind, and it's like really roughly shot, and it's really just wordplay and a strong message just stuck together, so that people could come in, get a really quick, like, you know, entertainment / like, dang, he really said that type stuff, and be on their way on their Sunday. And I think at this point, I'm really starting to grasp the fact that in order to be successful in content creation / YouTubing, you really have to be on your toes as far as what works and what doesn't. So taking risk and trying right now when I'm a small YouTuber right now is such an important step for me. And I think that you guys just need to remember that no matter what you do right now when you're small, you can always bounce back. When you're a big YouTuber and everybody's watching you and all the whole public eye is on you, things are different. People can really throw you off if you don't come with the right type of stuff. And lastly, my latest video on this channel, Kev is Like, was such a big step. I pre-planned everything. I wrote stuff down. I wrote shot lists. I wrote everything out as far as like the script, what shot was going to come in at what time B-roll was going to start, and I edited it and I felt awesome about it. Now, the only thing that kind of messed me up in that video when I first uploaded it was the audio. And as you can see, this is going to be a constant learning process. Even up to my very last video, I didn't get it all perfect, and I had 20 videos out now. So I learned more things about audio, and especially when it comes to music videos, and so that next time I release a music video on this channel, that won't be a problem. And I swear to that by my word. You will see the very next music video that I shoot and is on this channel. It will not be perfect, but it will be a lot more in sync and a lot more presentable than the last video, even though I thought Kevin's Like was pretty darn good. Overall, guys, I just want you to go out there and to do the things that you love, man. Create the things that you think deserve to exist. Create what is on your mind, what's on your heart, what's on your conscience, what's on your soul, and let people see who you are and what you have to offer to the world. Don't just sit on your ideas. Don't just sit on your passions, because if you do, you're never going to get to the point where you want to get. And every day I'm finding that out. So that's it for me, guys, man. If you enjoyed this video and this is your first time to the channel, consider subscribing. Consider giving this video a like if it helped you out. And I really, really hope that you will continue to make the content that is relevant to you. This is spoken by KJ. Remember to always love yourself first and foremost before you do anything else. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.